I am Dr. J.C. John, Assistant Professor, Department of Anatomy, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. So today we are discussing the lymphatic system and where we will introduce all the aspects of the lymphatic system. What are the contents that we will study in lymphatic system and how it is very important in our body. We will study all the aspects, all the contents of the lymphatic system here. Namaste, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. First, we will get to know the what is the important terms we will use in lymphatic system. And every time we will use the many terms according and related to the lymphatic system. First, we will get know what is the lymph, a fluid that contains white blood cells that defend against germs. So everyone know that white blood cells is always used or always we have studied that these cells we are very good or it is very function to uh, fight any infection in our body. So these white blood cells that uh, compose the lymph. Now we will see the what is the lymph vessels. Vessels that carry lymph throughout your body. They are different from the blood vessels. They are like the blood vessels, but they are very different from the these blood vessels. Lymph nodes, the glands found throughout the lymph vessels. Along with our spleen, these nodes are where white blood cell fight infection. So, lymph vessel, lymph nodes always connected the lymph vessels, and lymph vessels where lymph is flowing. Now, what is the important function of this lymphatic system? This will protect our body against foreign material, whether it could be any germs, any bacteria, virus, or any kind of the material that is the foreign to our body, and that assists in circulation of the body fluids between cells and bloodstream. So there is a connection. It use or act as a medium between the cells and bloodstream, and this transports dietary fats. Now, what contains consists of lymphatic system? So, lymph network of the vessels, lymph nodes, and nodules. Network of vessels means there is the lymphatic vessels and lymph nodes and nodules, tonsils, spleen, thymus gland, bone marrow. Here, these are the contents. They will produce the lymph. So these all contain consist of the lymphatic system. Now we will show the lymphatic pathway where how it will flow in our body. First, it will come from the lymphatic capillary, then it will go to lymphatic vessels, then it will reach lymphatic node, where also lymphatic vessel they will take the lymph into the lymphatic trunk, where it will give drain into the subclavian vein. So this is the process where the lymph started and ends in the vein that would be subclavian vein. So you can see here this is the medium between the cells and the blood vessels. Lymph, what is the lymph? Lymph means a clear fluid. It is derived from the tissue fluid and it contains more white blood cells than plasma, and it enters node through afferent lymphatic vessel and flow through node in one direction. Lymphatic vessel, you can see here the lymphatic vessels, there is the walls, they are open and they will direct this lymph to one direction, and these are the walls is overlapping by endothelial cells and fluid entering the lymphatic capillary. We can see here how the fluid entered in lymphatic capillary and they directed in one way by the action of the walls that is present in lymphatic vessels. So these are some important function. Unfiltered lymph that goes into the lymph nodes, then where kills bacteria and some cancer cells, remove waste and some fluid, then wall prevents backflow, and filtered lymph come from the lymph nodes. Lymph flows through sinus in the lymph node cortex, then into the medulla, and it accesses the lymph node through afferent lymphatic vessels and must be returned to the bloodstream to maintain blood volume and pressure. So it is very important thing that it must be returned to the bloodstream to maintain the total volume of the blood and the pressure of the blood. So this is the lymphatic system that is present in our body. We can see this is picturized here in the blue color, and we can see here that how the vessels and lymph nodes of the lymphatic system present in our body. Here a pictorial information that how there are lymph nodes present, how the lymphatic capillaries present, the lymphatic vessels, lymphatic nodes, and how the lymph flow, mm, and then systemic capillaries network, blood flow, how they come into the subclavian vein. What is the lymph capillaries? These are microscopic closed-ended vessels and located next to the blood capillaries in tissue spaces, but it has a large diameter than blood capillaries and very permeable and collected tissue fluid and proteins, and lymph capillaries merge to form large lymph vessels. So they will some capillaries will merge and they will make the large lymphatic vessels, and they here osmosis occurs, so they are very permeable and collect tissue fluid and proteins through the osmosis. Lymph vessels, it resembles veins but have thinner wall and more walls, because the veins also having the walls and of the endothelial cells overlapping, and it acts as one-way walls allowing interstitial fluid to flow in but not out. So the interstitial fluid will come into the vessel but they cannot come out, and they are attached to the surrounding tissue by anchoring filament. So these are the lymph vessels. They are similar to the veins, but they have thinner wall and more walls. And these walls prevent the lymph from the come out from the lymph vessels. And these lymph vessels are anchoring around the surrounding tissue by the anchoring filament, and the ends of the lymph vessels are endothelial cells overlapping there. So we can see here lymph vessels no pump for lymph. So what is the conditions or the factors that keep the lymph moving forward? That are constriction of the vessel is more important to lymph to move forward, and there is skeletal muscles pump also, and respiratory pump that will move keep moving the lymph forward. At intervals along vessels, lymph flows into lymph nodes, and lymphatic vessels unite to form lymph trunk. Now, what is the lymph trunk? Lymph trunk formed by the lymphatic vessels. They will unite, merge with each other, and they will form the lymphatic trunks. They are large tubes, and they empty their lymph into the lymphatic ducts. Now, what is the lymphatic ducts? Lymph empties into two conducting ducts. One is the thoracic duct, and other is right lymphatic duct. And thoracic duct, we will say left lymphatic duct also. Lymph from this duct enters the bloodstream via the left subclavian vein and the right subclavian vein. So we can see here the lymphatic capillaries make the lymphatic vessels. Lymphatic vessel make the lymphatic trunk, and lymphatic trunk also unites and make the lymphatic ducts. There are two major lymphatic ducts in our body, that is the thoracic duct, we can say left lymphatic duct and right lymphatic duct, and they will drain all the lymph into the subclavian vein, right and left subclavian vein, and again mixed into the blood. What is why this is a circulatory system? Because the keep the maintaining of the volume of the blood and the pressure of the blood. Now we will see the thoracic duct. We will see the left lymphatic duct also. It is 15 to 18 inches and 38 to 45 centimeter in the length, and it begins as a dilation that the called cisterna chyli. So every time whenever this term will come, then we will always remember this is the only dilation, that is the cisterna chyli, and that is the beginning of the thoracic duct. It is the main collecting duct of the lymphatic system and receive lymph from lower body and upper left quadrant, and it will empty the lymph into the left subclavian vein. Cisterna chyli is large lymph vessels. It is formed by the union of the lymph vessels from the lower body, and it is located anterior to the second lumbar vertebra, and it continues superiorly as a thoracic duct. So cisterna chyli is made up of all the lymph vessels that is present in the lower body, and it is present against the second lumbar vertebra, and it will continue as a thoracic duct. It is also a large lymph vessel that is formed by the lymph vessels that present in lower body. Right lymphatic duct, it is about the 1.5 centimeter in length, and it receives lymph from the upper right quadrant, and it empties the lymph into the right subclavian vein. So we can see here the what is the difference between the right and left lymphatic duct. Left lymphatic duct is more important and more wide, more large than the right lymphatic duct. Now we will see the lymph node. Lymph node is the oval or the bean-shaped structure, and it is the masses of the lymphatic tissue, and it will aid in defense and white blood cell formation. It is located along length of the lymphatic vessels, and it is scattered throughout the body, usually in clusters. So we can see here this is the lymph node, and how a lymph node is formed here. It is the masses of the lymph, uh, and it is form the white blood cells, and it is located all our bodies, and that is named according the presence of the different parts in our body. The lymph nodes covered by the capsule, and it will contain capsular extension that is called tubercle, and it is form partitions within nodes. These tuberculae form the partition within the nodes, and internal to the capsule are reticular fibers and fibroblasts. They will form framework of the lymph node, and the two main regions of the lymph node, that are the cortex and medulla. So we can see here the lymph node is covered by the capsule, and there are some structures that make the partition within the node that we will call tubercle, and there are more reticular fibers and fibroblasts that will make the framework of the lymph node, and two main regions found in the lymph node that is called cortex and medulla. Now we will see what is the cortex. Outer region directly beneath the capsule, and it contains densely packed lymphocytes arranged in the masses. That these masses we call follicles, and outer rim of the follicle contain T cells, macrophages, and follicular dendritic cells that will use for aid in T cell activation. The medulla is the inner region, and lymphocytes arranged in strands called medullary cores. It will contain macrophages and plasma cells. So, capsule, outermost is the capsule, and the outermost, then the internal region divided again in the cortex and medulla. Cortex is the outer region just beneath the capsule, and here, the lymphocytes are densely packed in a masses that is called follicles, and these follicles contain macrophages, T cell, and follicular dendritic cells. Whereas medulla is inner region, and where lymphocytes arrange in stands, we will call these are medullary cores, and it will contain macrophages and plasma cells. Biological filtration, as lymph passes through a node, bacteria and other foreign materials are trapped by reticular fibers within the nodes, and these bacteria are then phagocytized by the macrophage. Plasma cell produce antibodies to antigens in the lymph, and antibodies, lymphocytes, and monocytes are eventually returned to the blood via subclavian vein. So when the lymph goes into the lymph node, so there will be some bacteria or germs that will trapped by the reticular fibers, and that will phagocytized by the macrophages, and the antibodies uh, produced by the plasma cells to this antigen that present in the our lymph, and then these antibodies, lymphocytes, and monocytes are returned to the blood through the subclavian vein. Now, the major lymph nodes that present in our body, that is the cervical, axillary, and inguinal, and mesenteric. In our next video, we will understand all these major lymph nodes and the rest of the lymphatic system. So, thank you so much.